Hello, and welcome to the Daily Life Uncut Day 45. Um, well, I just got some bad news a little bit ago, and another thing in life, it has to happen. They always say that you can't control life, which is true. This is a prime example. And as well as they always say that bad things come in threes. And this holds true because this afternoon we got word that my wife's grandmother had passed away. Now, out of respect for the family and stuff, I won't say her name because I don't want anything to go wrong or anything to go bad, so to speak. But I thought that it was nice that I at least express my feelings. I try to share a little bit of a story about my grandfather when he passed, and then I told you the tale of my friend Tommy, as well as, I told you when my grandmother passed away, when, I made a slideshow for a funeral. I posted that on here. A couple things that I wanted to do because it felt right. Now, I'm going to do the same here. So, I want to say a memory that I have, because it still holds, a special place. I'd say the day that I met my wife's parents, and we drove into Walton, New York for my first time, her billionth time going up. We drove to, I think we were out in front of a Family Dollar, and her mom jumps out the car and just starts crying. And Amanda jumps out the car and she starts crying. It's just like, yeah, I mean, they haven't seen each other in a year, but I didn't think it was that serious. I thought something was wrong at first, but later it turns out, they were just happy to see each other. And I guess her family, has always been, I guess, crybaby, so to speak, when it comes to emotional stuff like that. And I don't mean that in any type of disrespect, but, so yeah. So, and then right after that happened, her grandmother got out of the car and she started crying. And they were all just, hugging each other and crying together. And right after that, they were like, let's go get food. I was like, have you guys eaten? I was like, not really. We've had sandwiches because we drove up to New York. This time, I don't know if we're going to drive at all. I don't know if we're going to fly or anything like that yet. It's undetermined, but, you'll be along for the journey. I feel that it's hard to let go. And another thing that I wanted to say about her memory is, she loved any time that she got to spend with Amanda. And she'd been with her for the last 20 years of her life. She got to spend almost every day, every moment, together. I hear about car rides that they take all the time. The time that they spent going back and forth to church. Picking berries. Things like that holds special in memories. And I hope that she never loses something like that. Because, I don't have those type of memories with my own grandparents. And I'm glad that she actually had the chance to live that with them. And I'm glad that they got the chance to kind of, do stuff together and be there for each other, whether it was good or bad things that happened. And a little happier memory. I don't know if it was this last time that we were up there, or if it was the time before, but I remember playing Apples to Apples. And, she had Parkinson's, so it was a little difficult for her to play. But she would always pick like the best cards ever, like whether it was in her hand or down on the table, whether she was paying attention or not. Like say like the word that you had to match would be like grapefruit, and then she would put down like Batman. And we would just sit there and be like, okay, how does Batman go with the grapefruit? But, not exactly like that, but that's just an example. And it always cracked us up. It was always fun to sit there and, experience things like that. And I'm glad that she got the chance to do that with her. Because it makes me feel better that she actually had that type of relationship. It definitely is worth the time and worth the effort for it. But we're gonna go along for the ride, and we'll kind of see where things take us. I don't know what the future holds, but I hope that, I do get to spend the rest of my life with the lady that's sitting next to me right now.
Hi. Okay.
She's been crying since 3 o'clock this afternoon. It like I said, it's really devastating for her because she was really close to her. And it's been devastating for my grandparents as well, when both of them passing in less than a month apart. Which, they always say that bad things happens in threes, and that's what ended up happening. But hey, it can only be uphill from here. That's, I guess, the upside to it. Maybe from now on only good things are gonna happen. Shoot, I lost my best friend last year, lost my grandparents this year, and I lost a lady that I cared for a lot, that I would even consider her, my own grandmother. Because my mom's parents passed away way before I was even born. Like almost 10 years before I was born. Maybe, no, a little less. It was like 5 or 6, but still, before I was born. And you grow to love people. Like, you can never... I don't believe that whole love at first sight thing. It just doesn't make sense. Because I feel that you don't really know a person just by looking at them. Regardless of whether or not you're attracted to them or anything like that. I feel that over time you've got to learn to love them. And love them for what they are and what they will be. But, I feel that I've done that, and I feel that I found the right person. And it's just, sorry for this mushy, long video, but I felt that I had to say these things, and if I didn't, I was going to explode, so to speak. But yeah, like I said, it's just not starting out to be a good year. So I'm hoping that, that's the only thing that happens. Everything else is gravy, or everything else is good. Because I don't know how much more I can take. But thank you for watching this video. If you want to, chat about it, or maybe ask some questions or anything like that, you can go to my Twitter page at TheDailyLifeUncut. You can also go check out Happy Time Bros and his Twitter page at Happy Time Bros. And if this video has touched you in some way, whether it just kind of warmed your heart to know that somebody out there is, expressing their feelings or anything like that, like, comment, share, kind of make this video be heard. Out of everything, I think that this one specifically should be heard. So, other than that, this is the Daily Life Uncut. It's day 45, and hopefully it continues to be my journey.